What a privilege and honor to be in His presence this morning. Just pray and worship this King of Glory, the one who's been watching over you even while you were yet in your mother's womb. You know the battle He's been fighting on your behalf right from you. Just because of the destiny you carry, just because you'll be in this land at the time, just because you'll be part of those who will carry the revival to the nations. That's why the enemy have been fighting. But look at the Lord who's been watching over you. Even when you were in the world, He was watching over you. Even when you didn't know Him, He died for you. Just give Him glory this morning. Give Him glory this morning. It's been an amazing weekend. I don't know if anyone feels what I feel, but I know that my destiny is changed forever for life. I'm going to take a song that was playing in the spirits as I was sleeping. I will take that song maybe a few times and then I'll read the word I believe the Lord gave me when I move out of the way. And this song says, He who dwells in the midst of the cherubims shine forth. He who dwells in the midst of the cherubims shine forth. He is the Lord of our secret place. You are the Lord. You dwell in the midst of the cherubims. We say, Lord, shine forth. This is Pentecost Sunday. I say, He who dwells in the midst of the cherubims shine forth. Your children are here this morning, Lord. He who dwells in the midst of the cherubims shine forth. The world is waiting for the manifestation of your children. He who dwells in the midst of the cherubims shine forth. I'm going to read from John chapter 1. For without God we can do nothing. And it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the same was with the beginning with God. And this acting on all things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. In Him was life, and that life was light of men. And the light is in darkness, and darkness cannot comprehend it. Why don't you lift up your voice this morning? The one who shines in darkness, and darkness cannot understand what He's doing. I just want to welcome you this service this morning. I say, open up your spirit. You know, the man God said, I'm crazy for the Lord. But why would we crazy for the one who snatched me out of death? I kissed death, but He took me out of it. The baby in my womb was dead. I was crossing over on the other side. And He said, my daughter, your time is long time up yet. This was 2014. And those who were in the hospital bed was with me had given up on me because I was swollen. The baby's heartbeats couldn't be picked up. But the woman, while I had crossed over, it felt like 2 seconds. But those who were in the room said I was worshiping for 2 hours. But on the other side, it was 2 seconds. And the Lord said, you're going, because I was negotiating, that if I will look after my children, I know the one I'm carrying is already going with me. But who will look after the ones with their father? And He said, you're not going, because I'm sending you to the ends of to preach my gospel. And after that, He said, your doctors who will see you are coming back. It's a long story, I don't want to go into details, but follow me carefully, because the things which you have seen, the things which our hands have handled, that is what we tell you this morning. And I came back, and then I I see this host of angels. After a few seconds, my friends in the room with the pastor said, "You were worshiping for 2 hours." They didn't know I had been on a journey of death. But the Bible says that he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. It doesn't matter what journey you have taken. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, he said, "I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me right in the presence of my enemies." I don't know who have gathered against you, but they made mistake because you dare step into this room this weekend, because your life is never going to be the same. And then the doctors, 5 minutes, I told them my doctors are coming. This was me abandoned for 2 weeks. 2 weeks labor, not eating, no life, nothing. You just imagine that. And the doctors came with this troop of angels. And I said, "I will push this baby." But the lady in the room told me I was worshiping for 2 hours. So now they said they're going to take me to have a C-section. Remember, my body was tired. I cried for 2 weeks, no food, no strength. And I said, "Your daughter said I was worshiping for 2 hours. I didn't even know because I was on the other side. Now they said they're going to wheel me on to C-section. Where is the strength?" I said, "Lord, if you were the one I saw on the other side, and you brought me back, by the way, the baby has started breathing again. And I said, if you brought me back and they're going to wheel me in the C-section, I don't have strength. Are you not the one that changed sperm to a baby and you form every organ through a liquid?" I said, "I can't go through that C-section. If you were the Lord," because what happened was the placenta was blocking where the baby should come through. So that's why I struggled for 2 weeks. I said, "Now I'm going to worship you intentionally. So when you see me worshiping crazily, it has nothing to do with the psalmists, though they are great. It has something to do with when I kissed and walked the walk of death. Because the living cannot carry Christ. It's only dead men that can carry Christ." And then I go to the other room. There was this, Chinese woman, another specialist. They went to prepare the room. This time, intentionally, I went to worship. What was I asking for? That he would move this placenta out of the way, and the baby will come through. And worship. And I said, "Lord, if you do this for me, it doesn't matter where I am. I will proclaim you to anywhere I go." And I worshiped. And I worshiped like never before. Because I had seen death anyway. So if I die worshiping, what will I lose? And I worship like a crazy woman. And this Chinese woman comes back. And she says, "Hold on, before we move her to the C-section room, let's just check the system one more time." Beloved, the placenta was out of the way. And she's my third baby, but she was the easiest in the process. She came out smiling. And she's the strongest in the house. Never been to hospital for anything. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I don't know what has been told you. I don't know where you're coming from. I don't even care what the doctor has said. If I stand here like our beloved one of God share, there's so many times I've met death. When God was to send us to this nation, we were getting ready in 2019 and 2020. is she crazy? The God is so crazy to keep little out of 7 billion people